my goodness, love! It's like a roller coaster at Star City with no brakes. At first, you're super thrilled, screaming with joy. Then suddenly, bam, you're plummeting into nothingness. And the ending? Dizzy, sick, and in tears. Who hasn't experienced that, right? That feeling where you gave everything, even your last piece of chicken joy, but they still left you. It hurts, doesn't it? It's like your heart was poked by a barbecue stick, then grilled over the coals of sorrow. Ouch! You thought it was forever, but it turned into over in a snap. We've all been through that stage, where you cry in the bathroom while listening to Moira's songs, where every raindrop seems to be joining in on your life's drama. You tell yourself, I'm never going to love again, ever. Then you see a super sweet couple at the mall and you start crying again. You're like a broken record repeating the line, why me? What did I do? Bestie, sometimes nobody's at fault. There are just people who come into our lives to teach us a lesson, not to stay with us until the end. It's like an exam, you have to go through it to learn. This is where our crazy coping mechanisms come in. Some people will have a glow-up, haircut, revenge body, and an OOTD ready for the runway on EDSA. Others will get busy with work or a new hobby. But let's admit it, there's a dark part of our brain that whispers, I don't want just one, I want many, so if one leaves me, I'll have 9 more as backup. This is where the grand illusion begins, that it's happier when you have many partners. It's like a buffet, right? If you don't like the roasted pig, there's still sushi. If you get tired of sushi, there's dessert. Sounds fun, doesn't it? But hold on, don't get too excited. The truth is, those ideas are just the cry of your wounded ego, a way to protect yourself from pain. Because when you get hurt, your first reaction is fear. Fear of falling in love again, fear of being left again, fear of investing feelings in the wrong person. So it's easy to think that the more, the merrier. So you don't have to rely on just one person. So your attention and love are divided. Less investment, less pain, right? But my dear friends, love is not like the stock market where you need to diversify your portfolio to avoid losses. It's much more complicated than that. And because our hearts are so broken, this is where the famous joke comes in. I'm done with monogamy. I'll just go for polygamy. You laugh. But deep down, there's a sting. We make fun of the idea of having many partners because it's the easiest way to hide the pain. Instead of saying, I'm so hurt and I'm afraid to love again, it's easier to say, I want 10 partners. 1 for Monday, 1 for Tuesday, and a special one for the weekend. Your friend's laughter is like a temporary band-aid for your wound. It feels good, even if it's just for a short while. The concept of polygamy, or having many spouses or partners, becomes a joke because it caters to our fantasy of not getting hurt anymore. Imagine, if you have partners from A to Z. If partner A messes up, next. If partner B gets boring, thank you, next. It's like an unlimited data plan. You'll never run out of connection. In our minds, this is the ultimate power move. This is a way to get back the control we feel we lost when we were left. That feeling that you hold the cards, and you won't easily lose in the game of love. But let's admit it, even in a joke, there's a hint of truth. We want validation. We want to feel desirable even if someone didn't choose us. Having many admirers or flings is like a self-esteem booster. Every good morning message from different people is like medicine for damaged confidence. Aha, see, he's not the only person in the world. Many others still appreciate my beauty. That's what we tell ourselves in the mirror. But the question is, does this really help, or are we just prolonging the healing process? The problem with this polygamy joke is that we normalize the idea of being unfaithful, not just to others but also to ourselves. We are joking about using other people to fill a void inside us. We make a joke out of playing with other people's feelings just to make ourselves feel better. And in the end, who loses? Still us. Because while you're busy collecting backups, you don't realize that you're not truly happy. You're just distracting yourself. True healing doesn't happen with many people around. It happens when you face your own pain. Now let's get serious. Why isn't having many partners sustainable, especially if your reason is just to escape heartbreak? First of all, just thinking about the logistics is stressful. Even one partner can be a headache sometimes. So what about 5? One wants milk tea, one wants coffee, one doesn't like either. How can you please all of them? In the end, you'll be drinking coffee, milk tea, and your stomach will hurt. You can't split yourself into many pieces. You're a person, not a pizza that can be divided. Second, think about the emotional baggage. A relationship requires time, effort, and emotional investment. If you have many relationships, it's like taking care of a dozen Tamagotchis. You need to feed them attention, bathe them with love, and play with them so they don't die on you. If just one is draining, what about many? Instead of healing, you might end up in the hospital from too much stress. Love is not like Wi-Fi that you can share with everyone. Our emotional bandwidth has limits, my friends. In the end, you might not have anything left for yourself. Third, and this is the most important, respect. Respect for yourself and respect for other people. If you're just using other people as a temporary fix, you're not just fooling them, but also yourself. They're not disposable cups that you can just throw away after using. They have hearts, they have feelings, and they get hurt too. Building a genuine connection is impossible if your foundation is lies and using others. You won't find true happiness if all you're looking for is temporary distraction. It's a cycle of hurt that you are creating, and in the end, you can't escape yourself. No matter how many people you date, when you go home at night, it's still you and your thoughts together. The loneliness will still be there. The problems and pain don't disappear. You're just covering them up. It's like dirty clothes you just piled in a corner. You didn't wash them, so they're still there, just smelling worse. The real solution is to face the pain. Cry if you need to, get angry. But afterward, get up and fix yourself. That's the real unbeatable move. The most important lesson, everyone, is self-love. Self-love is the key. Before you love others, or even 10 of them, make sure you are whole and love yourself. Because if not, you'll always look for other people to complete you. And when they leave you, you'll feel broken again. Remember, you're not half, you're whole. A partner should be a bonus, not the main course of your life. You should be able to be happy even when you're alone. That's true power. Moving on is a process. There's no shortcut. Allow yourself to feel all the emotions. It's okay not to be okay. Focus on things that make you happy. Your friends, your family, your career, or your dog who's more loyal than your ex. Discover yourself again. What are the things you wanted to do but couldn't when you had a partner? Maybe this is your chance to travel, learn a new skill, or binge watch all the K-dramas on Netflix without judgmental looks. Do everything that's for you. Self-respect means knowing your worth. You know your worth. You won't settle for good enough or a relationship you know isn't right for you. When you have self-respect, you won't let yourself be hurt over and over again. And you'll never joke about using other people just to cover your own wounds. Instead, you heal yourself first. You become the person you want to be with. And when you're ready, the right person will come. The person who will love you completely, not the person you need to complete you. In the end, love is a beautiful thing. Don't be afraid to try again. That was just one bad chapter, not the whole book of your life. Life goes on, and it can be beautiful, with or without. Be happy, be unbeatable. And when the right person comes, the one who's enough, you can tell yourself, oh, thank goodness, all the pain was worth it. And that's the real happy ending. Now clap for yourself. You deserve it. Boom, that's it.